I've just picked up a £45 light bulb, $60 light bulb. No, I'm not that stupid. We're going to take it home, get using it, and I'm going to show you exactly why I got it and if I think it was a worthy purchase. Let me show you the main app. Once you set it up, and that's a simple process of looking for the Lifx bulb Wi-Fi network, letting it connect to that, and then selecting your own home Wi-Fi network. Now, if you've got a 5G and a 2G network, let it choose a 2G. Don't worry, it'll switch to the 5, and then you'll be away. I would advise updating via the computer if you find that it constantly says update in the top corner, as mine did, even after I'd pressed it a bunch of times. Now, as you can see, the full 16 million colours can be accessed by this lovely wheel. The on and off, smooth. Here you've got the white wheels, so that'll take you from 2000K all the way to 9000K. Themes, a whole bunch of themes in there, and themes within themes. You can edit that and you can share those as you wish. Effects right there, candle flicker, color cycle, strobe, which we won't show you just in case you've got problems with that. Music visualizer, which won't really make a difference now because the only sound is me talking, but you can still see it moving. If you've got music on, you can imagine how cool that could be. Spooky, not really that interesting. Didn't think it actually worked, but wait and see. Going back here, you can see it has your favourite lights, which you can put in there so you can access them in the drop down menu. All your lights, your groups, your scenes. To create a scene, you press the plus, new scene. It'll create the scene using the colour that you've set up, as you saw with the wheel there. Schedules, these are very programmable for any day, any repetition, start time, transition, brightness, scene, colour, anything you want really. And it shows you the integrations as well, and we're going to go into this one especially, IFTTT, because that's the only one I've got, and that's the one that really sets this thing alive. So let's check out some of the other applications. This one called On Switch is very nice. It has a whole bunch of themes you can choose from. Some of my favourites: home theatre, where you can press lights down and it'll fade the lights off if you've got patience. Intermission and lights up. So those are all pretty cool. Other ones that I like in here: the everyday lighting, standard, halogen, antique, night lights, skylights, and so on. There's absolutely loads in there. There's no point me going through them, but you know, you can check that out and see what you think. Now this one, a reading light. It's got bedtime story, which is pretty handy. Standard reading light, study light, more intensity, more blue, because that's what's good for studying and working, and library, which is a bluer version of study light basically. This app's pretty cool. Lifx ambience. So you switch on your light there and select it, and actually I can't really show you properly right now, but basically when you select this, you've got YouTube, camera, a whole bunch of options, and you press this one for example, it will see through the camera and it will change the light, the intensity, the color as it's seeing what's on your TV screen, the monitor that you're pointing it at. Pretty cool. And I tried it with flop gear just to give it a little play, and it definitely works. It definitely makes a difference. This is the one that you really want to get into. If you've not already done it for other applications, check out this. Shortened to IF. It's actually IFTTT app, or IFT if you want to shorten it. Now this is one that basically, if this then that is what it stands for. Check out what I've got relevant to Lifx. Right up here, tweet to turn your lights on. Weekday alarm with lights fading on. Well, I've got that covered in the other app. Blink my Lifx light when someone mentions me on Twitter. So I've got that set up so that obviously if someone mentions me on Twitter, my light will blink. I think I've set it for 3 times on a blue, on a fairly low intensity, so I don't even need to be looking at my phone, although the phone does need to be on the Wi-Fi network, and it'll blink. For Facebook, blink on Facebook status updates, flash blue when I'm tagged on Facebook, flash team colors on your Lifx lights when you score. Now this is via the ESPN app, which does have Barclays Premier League, but as my team has plummeted into the division below, that's probably going to be no use to me, at least for a while. Further down, turn on my lights when I arrive. So when I pull up, I get into the area that I've set, these lights will come on automatically. That's obviously more use at night than in the daytime. You go down in this app to Lifx and you'll see the popular recipes. Really, this is what brings it alive, this application. This one and another one that's called Do or Do Button. What this does is it makes do buttons with your IFTTT recipes and you'll see them there. Now, why is this so cool? When I pull down and I go to today, my widgets are set up so I've got my Lifx there, so I can turn Lifx on and off via there. Now I haven't worked out how to do it via Siri yet. I think there's a workaround, but as it's not yet attached to HomeKit, it doesn't do it natively. But also here I have my do buttons. So those buttons that you saw are set up, I've got them now in my drop down. As you can probably tell, I'm excited about this system. The light bulb is clearly not just a light bulb, and it can have good positive effects on your workday, mental health, sleep patterns, relaxation, and also if you're a photographer or videographer, productivity. Now there's a video on YouTube where a photographer has put a number of these bulbs into his softbox and he's using them for filming and photography. Now obviously he can then change the colour as per the mood, the scene that he wants. Or if you're a videographer, maybe vlogging, you can just switch it straight to daylight instead of constantly having a warm light. Photographers and videographers know the benefit that is to them. Now obviously you can put these bulbs anywhere you want. I've currently got this one set up as the main light in the room, but when I'm doing videos, for example, I don't need to leave this light off now. I can actually set it straight away to a nice cool light, and that will just give that extra bit of bounce that I need when recording, and I potentially won't need to use other lights. These bulbs are rated A class for energy. Apparently on 3 hours use a day they will last over 20 years, and the applications are numerous. Apart from the fun factor, I definitely think it has a place in a modern smart home. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Take it easy.